And a day after he announced that the United States will pull out of the Iran deal, US President Donald Trump issued a warning to Tehran. Trump issued a warning to Tehran, saying that if the regime decides to restart the nuclear program, it will face severe consequences. The US president also promised harsh sanctions against Iran.
We have terminated a terrible, terrible deal that should have never, ever been made. And we will be putting on among the strongest sanctions that we've ever put on a country. And they're going into effect very shortly.
And we earlier spoke to our Washington correspondent, Kate Fisher, to get a better sense of the Trump statement. Take a look.
Seemed to have thrown down something of a confrontation with his European allies, namely France, Germany and the UK. Of course, just a few weeks ago, French President Emmanuel Macron was here in Washington, and the two leaders seemed to have a beautiful relationship, as the President Trump described it. They seemed to go on very well indeed, and Macron was there mainly to try to persuade President Trump to stay in the Iran nuclear deal. Clearly, it did not work. That charm offensive failed, and he has said yesterday that he is pulling America out, and he will reimpose sanctions on Iran as soon as possible. That has caused big problems in Europe, that diplomatic rift between the countries who want to stay in the deal, France, Germany and the UK. They have convened a meeting between all their leaders as soon as possible. Also, all their diplomats are working as hard as they can to try to keep some kind of ties going with Iran. We understand that French President Macron will have a telephone call with President Rouhani of Iran later on this afternoon as well. But secondary to all of this, the concern, particularly with the French and the Germans, is that their businesses have made large investments in Iran. They have big business ties with Iran worth billions of dollars, and they don't want to see those disrupted by these new US sanctions, because, of course, any business now doing business in Iran could be in violation of US sanctions and suffer penalties because of it. So all that is yet to be sorted out as well, and that is also causing some rift between the US and their European allies.